thinking about solo Zelda. I just want to
I
give
see.
some credit out to...
Oh, look at that. How look at that.
Hey,
You're right.
It actually
Yeah,
is
say,
Zelda.
I see. I'm like, I see a Zelda. Who is it? I'm like, yeah, it's Becca. So yeah, topical. Here we are. Hada has spoken to this like a prophet.
Yeah, I tend to speak things into existence from time to time.
Exactly. All right. I think did I see a Zelda Peach? I know I saw Zelda DK last time I was here, but I think I saw a Zelda Peach.
Yeah, MichaelTheFresh. So interesting tag. I like it. I'll be the first one to say this matchup is definitely Peach winning, but deceptively difficult because Peach pretty big, tends to get kicked a lot.
Yeah.
So I will say that much, and that's just me justifying my losses to Dreffin. So.
Because he'll bust it out if he needs to. I know Dreffin likes doing that
yeah.
stuff. That's probably like how Dreffin is just like such a silly player for a lot of how people describe him and stuff like that. And how this like 2007 style is chic. That's a style you still got to see, which is funny. It still works sometimes too. It happens at the salt mine sometimes as well.
Yeah. What I will say is I'm a little afraid for Michael right now. If you crank down on the C-stick and the Zelda starts to get a habit for when you do, you're gonna start to get kicked. So down smash, not so great against Zelda because Zelda is very seldomly holding down as well. Obviously, ASDI down is usually a good tool for most situations, but Zelda's trying to space you, not get hit at all, and look for, fade back fair, fade back back air. So just cranking down on the C-stick doesn't have as much value in this matchup specifically as Mega.
Yeah, it's supposed to most here. We're kind of like it's such like a good defensive tool, which has a good like go-to tool whether you're on plat or a neutral. But here it's like no, Zelda can just kind of eat that, and like if you whip that, you're just gonna eat like a sweet spot, especially if you're at high percents like this, like a forward air or back air could probably just take your stock too. So you gotta be very, very careful of what obstacle you're kind of gonna go for against Zelda.
Ooh, great narrow at a shield coming up from MichaelTheFresh. I have been pretty pleasantly surprised with the level of speed that I'm seeing out here from Michael, but 2-2, Zelda will look for those feet pokes at the bottom of your shield, especially if you're on side platform. It's actually a very small sweet spot hitbox, so it's pretty easy to maneuver around the shield.
Definitely. I'm kind of seeing like Becca kind of go against like the taller side, or like the top or bottom of Peach. Gets the one in the middle right there. But so you're getting like a little bit percent. You can get like a sour spot hit, but you want to look for that sweet spot hit and just send Peach away because it's all you really got. I feel like for like traits like this, because you're not really seeing like Becca approach of anything else aside from like a forward air or a back air thing on positioning. And here's Peach, or we're seeing a little bit more back or something. Oh, the dream turn up? Nah, that doesn't come to much use.
Becca very, very good at power shielding and using the Naryu's Love right there off the neutral beat for reflecting projectiles. All right, Michael playing out with some recycled turnips. And very smart, not extending too far into the corner and getting reversal, but Becca going to go ahead and space that out, feel very comfortable in the corner and get that stock advantage.
Comes back to stage after that too, yeah. That doesn't fall for the down smash theory, but also the platform might not being the best friend for Michael there either. Oh, the down smash of her own. Becca just running it right back. I'd say not the strongest move of the game. I think it might be one of the weakest for knockback, but still, hey, it has its use right there.
It's very fast. Great fast get off me tool. Also, the down smash and up smash at a shield are gonna be the two good get off me tools from Zelda's side of the matchup. But runs up with just the run up grab mixed up. Peach players do get a lot of value out of just being able to mix up raw grab because their normals are very, very strong and their shield pressure is very strong. So you usually don't expect the Peach to just run up a grab.
Exactly. Most of the time you're gonna see Peach, like just throw turn after, just kind of sit in place, wait for you to commit. But like if Zelda's gonna commit here, it's usually with an aerial and they kind of just like fade away and go for it again, or it's like they'll hit you, drop back, do it again, rinse and repeat forever. But Becca making it work right there. Also, what I liked towards the end of that one was the use of Din's Fire too. So it's like if they use a Din Fire, they lost the turn up on the recovery. So Peach loses that one to kind of throw at you, and all of a sudden, okay, I have to do something here. And then like Rebecca kind of rinse and repeats, gets the edge guard, and still looking good. So Peach Zelda actually was kind of saying, it's hard. It's not the easiest walk in the park. Also, if you're not knowing what you're doing, she's just hitting you, and all of a sudden you're dead at like 70 or 80% from a sweet spot, forward air or back air. As someone who's played a good amount of Zelda Puff, it's like, yeah, it's kind of similar experience as a floaty. She'll kill you if you're not careful. I know she doesn't have a lot to work with, but it happens. I know I've had to play against people like Rien Zelda, shout out to her, and also I think we had a Zelda in New England, PK, someone who famously beat Matt Todd Seb 2-0 at I think Bus 3. Oh, and there's the up smash.
Huge.
Hit them with the Disney Channel while they're at it. So all the toolkit out there.
The Disney Channel at the Nair. I love that. That's really funny.
that's what we call Trill J calls it. That's what we called the up smash when we were commentating the last time we were here. And the up air, as cool as it looks, deceptively small hitbox as we saw right there.
Yeah, it's definitely big flashy with the big explosion, but kind of difficult to hit, to be honest. And comes up back with the Naryu's Love off the ledge. Reflective hitbox, and a pretty big hitbox in general, so not too shabby for a get off maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
And double jump cancel there to go ahead and control that center stage. Michael not looking too bad, and Mr. Saturn will perish on their first visit to the ground. Double jab. A little kid off me. Michael going back, resetting back to center, but a back air off the ledge. You gotta respect Zelda off the ledge.
That's the space where it's scary. Like, you know, Zelda, she may not have much, as we've been saying, but just like if you're not misspacing, or if you are misspacing, will eat that forward air / back air, and you just die for it. It's just a scary part. But there's the forward air from Peach. Does get the stock back. So I want to see, like, you know, how's Becca's gonna come back from this a little bit. If it gets like that 13%, I know it's 6 hits, but 13%. Take what you can get, but hey, it's quick move at least.
Now, what I will say about fighting mid-tiers, especially mid-tier mains, it's you have to constantly be mixing up your approach and be mixing up what you're doing in order to pressure them in and around shield. Because when you only have 3 or 4 options on your own toolkit as a mid-tier player, a lot of your focus is how do I make these 3 or 4 options work? So their adaptability and their adjustments to your game plan are generally going to be higher than most top tier players. Exactly. So you have to consistently be mixing up your approach options. So hoping to see Michael start mixing up his shield pressure options. We're seeing that Nair double jab on shield. Maybe looking for some Nair fastfall grab. That would be a really good option moving forward, trying to go for some more grab and throw options to really focus on getting the Zelda off stage and trying to mix up her recoveries.
Exactly. Yeah, the turnip game has always been like getting reflected with the neutral B as well from Zelda, so it's like we haven't really seen much turnip conversions from Michael, and he's still committing to it too, and just eating the turnip % right back at them. Forward smash whiff, no, it doesn't really get much of a reaction afterwards. He's then using the get off tool with down smash, another turnip getting reflected. This whole stock is going to revolve around if Michael's going to do something else aside from turnip. It has not quite happened yet. And Becca's just kind of been ready for it each time. Trade, no, Zelda's going to win those trades a lot. A lot of mid-tiers like that will often like, try to get the best of their trades. Zelda being one of the characters who's just really good at with trading.
Yeah, and Michael making this competitive, but it doesn't really seem like Becca's really forcing the issue all that much, really just playing to their game plan. It's a difficult matchup for Zelda, but Zelda has the tools to really make Peach's life difficult. There are, like we're saying, the power shields and the reflective nature of Naryu's Love are making the turnip game what seems to be Michael's marquee options for approaching his enemy not as effective, and so I don't think Michael's super used to having their turnip game completely mitigated.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Zelda can just do it either with neutral B or power shield, and most of the time you're seeing with a power shield when you're playing Peach at most levels. But here it's like, okay, now I'm being kind of tested to react to certain. Gets the up air. Yeah, I'm still surprised that actually worked. But okay, gains more % with the forward smash too, getting 60% off of that too. So that's some juice % for a floaty. Din's Fire again going to come out, not going to intercept the recovery this time though, but if you're Becca, you're looking for at least probably like one more sweet spot, and that should give you the set. But Michael, again, stuck by the ledge, kind of waiting, lying in wait, keeping his space away, trying to get that turnip hit again, but no, the roll gets caught, and Becca patiently going to wrap that one up with the sweet spot. And yeah, the key thing is just I'm thinking about is like, I just didn't really see Michael just like try something else out. I know you had a lot of sessions with, you know, stuff with like fast fall, then get a grab. You didn't see much grabbing, I feel like, from that one. It was more so like, I'm going to try to throw a turnip. It's not working, but we didn't see that change come out through the entire time. That's kind of like the biggest thing that I took away from that.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. There's not a lot you can learn from specifically matchup dependent, but I think that if you're going to take any notes from this, especially if you're watching this in post with commentary, Michael, you have a lot of great stuff that you're implementing, especially into your approach game. But if your turnip game gets taken out, I think you're really starting to flounder a little bit. So understanding what you can confirm off of those initial attacks on shield is going to be really, really strong moving forward. Mixing up, instead of Nair double jab, Nair grab, or maybe just Nair retake center stage and then look to pull a turnip and look for rolls. Try to bait out some different options, because I feel like you're really pigeonholing yourself into a couple of specific options on your approach game. Just maybe try to hold down and maximize to take space, and then play off of your opponent's approaches a little bit more than just your own.